Never run out of battery again with the INIU portable charger, the slimmest 10,000 milliamp hour power bank that keeps your devices charged on the go. Stay powered up wherever you go. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
The sadistic, online gangs of teenage boys targeting other children for abuse. Thousands of young users in the UK and other Western countries have joined twisted chat networks about abusing other children, the UK's top crime agency warned. In a report published today, parents were warned that their teens could be part of sadistic and violent groups where teens are encouraged to harm themselves or others of the same age or younger. Operating on standard social media or instant messaging apps rather anything harder to access, the groups routinely share harmful content and extremist or misogynistic rhetoric. The National Crime Agency report warns, extreme and illicit imagery depicting violence, gore, and child sexual abuse material is frequently shared amongst users, normalizing and desensitizing participants to increasingly extreme content and behaviors. They referred to the gangs as so-called calm networks, which use extreme coercion to manipulate young victims into harming or abusing themselves, their siblings, or pets. The warning comes as the UK has been gripped by Netflix drama Adolescence, which depicts a 13-year-old boy arrested for the murder of a classmate, having been radicalized online. With over 24 million views, the series has broken British records, suggesting a wide concern about the issues raised. Today's report shows how easy it is to find violent and abusive content online, with the problem getting much worse in recent years. Described as an emerging threat, reports increased six-fold in the UK from 2022 to 2024. Analysts estimate that thousands of users, offenders and victims, based in the UK and other Western countries, have exchanged millions of messages online relating to sexual and physical abuse. On November 25, 2024, Metro launched This Is Not Right, a year-long campaign to address the relentless epidemic of violence against women. With the help of our partners at Women's Aid, This Is Not Right aims to shine a light on the sheer scale of this national emergency. You can find more articles here, and if you want to share your story with us, you can send us an email at va@metro.co.uk. Read more. Members are usually young men motivated by status, power, control, hatred of women, sexual gratification, or an obsession with extreme material. They often want to gain notoriety by inflicting the most harm on their victims or sharing the most disturbing content, while others are pedophiles who sell material to other sex offenders. The gangs are causing some individuals, especially younger people, to develop a dangerous propensity for extreme violence, the report warns. The report warned that the scale, severity, and complexity of child sexual abuse is increasing and continues to cause substantial long-lasting harm to victims. Criminals are turning to AI to create large volumes of child sexual abuse material, including sadistic or extreme images. Online abuse is almost certainly becoming more monetized, with sexual extortion of children, particularly affecting boys. Attackers indiscriminately target large numbers of victims, including children, with online how-to guides to sextortion available on the internet. With chatbots becoming better known and more widespread, AI is set to have a bigger impact on abuse in the UK. The report warned that convincing child personas can be created using generative AI, using software to make their voices sound like a child's voice to disguise the true person behind it. Editing software can also be used to create fake nude images of children, used to threaten them for financial extortion. Last month, Richard Ehemir was convicted of fraud and indecent images of children offenses, committed when he was just 17 and linked to a prolific online harms group. In January, 19-year-old Cameron Finnegan was jailed for assisting suicide, possession of indecent images of children, a terror offense, and criminal damage. Director General of the NCA Graham Bigger said, "Young people are being drawn into these sadistic and violent online gangs where they are collaborating at scale to inflict or incite others to commit serious harm." It is especially concerning to see the impact this is having on young girls who are often groomed into hurting themselves, and in some cases, even encouraged to attempt suicide. Jess Phillips, Minister for Safeguarding and Violence Against Women and Girls, said the scale of child sexual abuse in the report is absolutely horrific, urging parents to have open conversations with their children and tech companies to ensure platforms are safe. Alastair Simpson, National Policing Lead for Child Sexual Exploitation, said, "The growth of comm networks that incite and encourage children and vulnerable adults towards acts of self-harm, suicide, and violence are hugely concerning. The role of undercover online officers is vital in this space, and my message to anyone who is exploiting children online: remember that there is no space where criminals operate that we cannot go, and investigations into these networks have already begun." Get in touch with our news team by emailing us at webnews@metro.co.uk. For more stories like this, check our news page. More pensioners turned the heating up so much police thought it was a cannabis farm. More RAF engineers went against everything Paddington stands for, breaking statue in half. More major twist in case of Émile Solo II, who was found dead in the French Alps. Never miss the biggest stories with breaking news alerts in your inbox. This site is protected by Ray CAPTCHA, and the Google privacy policy and terms of service apply. Your information will be used in line with our privacy policy.